You know, of course, what happens to you after you die. You become a ghostie. And this one left over from Halloween. I saw three ghosties sitting on posties, eating toasties. Of those ghosties, one was modest, but two were boasties. Had some visitors up from the coasties. The ghosts invited them in for roasties, but the ghosts turned out to be terrible hosties. Got into a fight about who had the mosties. The cooker exploded and ruined the roasties. Nearly killed them all, phew, that was closties. All they had to eat was a little bit of goat's cheese, covered in tea leaves, absolutely groasties. So the guests left the ghosts and put on their coats and went back to the coast. And the ghosts left the guests and put on some toast and went back to their posts. There were three witches living in sitches, curing itches. And of those witches, one was lanky but two were titches. Macbeth came over with sword holes in his breeches. They told him he'd be a king and get piles of riches. But they didn't tell him he'd be burying lots of bodies in ditches. Or they didn't ever sleep again and that his wife would get the twitches. I saw three Boy Scouts practicing half hitches, and they knitted up the ravelled sleeve of care with cunning stitches. So he gave them a home near the old stone of Scone, with several football pitches. And he called in the witches and gave them a kitsch niche engraving spooky pictures. There were three fairies working in dairies on the prairies. One was called Amelia Clary's, and the others were Mary's. They flew off on a trip to Buenos Aires, stopping on the way to visit the Canaries. Well, there were three pirates, horrid and hairies, and a little bit scaries. And they decided to catch the fairies unawares. The pirates waited lurking in their lairies, but the ghosts came floating in to save the fairies. The ghosts said woo, and the pirates turned blue and pleaded for sanctuary. Then they sent them to France, and they went to a dance where the band was legendary. I spied three ghosties chatting up pixies, drinking whiskies.